Hi, it's Brett. I'm here to show you this water machine called the Rainbow. Rainbow's really the best one. It's the one I recommend. It's been around the longest. They have the best quality of equipment, best warranty, all of that sort of thing. They're all in the same price range. This is the one that I recommend. One of the reasons I recommend a water machine is because it's a certified air purifier. So you turn it on and it literally sucks all of the dirt, the contaminants, the airborne toxins, whatever is in the air gets sucked right into the water, and then it comes out clean, fresh, water washed air. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes in a small room, 15 or 20 minutes in a larger room to suck the air through the water and purify the air for you. It also regulates the humidity in the air. So if the air is too dry in your home, it'll put some moisture in the air. If the air is too moist, it'll actually trap some of the moisture that's in the air. The other thing that I really like is that you can put essential oils in this machine. So you can put a couple drops of pine in there at the end of the day, and your home will smell like a pine grove, and it'll reduce your cortisol levels. You can put peppermint in there, and it'll enhance your cognitive performance. Or you can put lavender in there, and it'll make your house smell like fresh flowers. So it does several things. It's a certified air purifier, it humidifies, it traps all the contaminants, and then it makes your house smell absolutely wonderful. It'll really improve the air quality in your home. I've compared it to $1,700 air purifiers, and this is very comparable to those high-end air purifiers, with the advantage of the fact that we're using water instead of a dry filter. So we're not always having to buy filters or worry about what the filters are made out of, like spun glass and some of those particles coming off the filter. With this, we're using water. The water traps the contaminants, and it does a super good job cleaning the air in your home. The main thing though is we have to get to the source of the problem. The source of the problem is our carpets mainly and our furniture, somewhat the draperies, somewhat the hard floors. So we need to get the dirt out of our carpets and our flooring. What most folks use to get the dirt out of their flooring is a regular vacuum, a dry filter vacuum. Problem with dry filter vacuums is that the filters have holes. So like a shop vac has really big holes, and so that lets a lot of the dust out into the air. That's why they're shop vacs, because it's okay to blow dust out into the shop. Most home vacuums have a HEPA filter, which is a really small filter. And so those small holes get plugged much quicker. Once those holes plug up, they end up leaving the dirt in the rug. The way we can tell they're leaving the dirt in the rug is if you've looked in the container, it's not like a bag of flour or a bag of sugar, it's actually fluffy because it's mostly filled with the fibers from the carpet, the lint, hair, dander, that sort of thing. The other thing is if you've ever torn up an old rug, you find a bunch of dirt underneath it because the vacuums are really only cleaning the surface and they're leaving a lot of the dirt behind. It seems like they're cleaning because we're working hard and it's making a lot of noise, but they're really only cleaning the surface. The other thing to think about with a dry filter vacuum is you think about what we're vacuuming up. We walk through parking lots, public restrooms, all sorts of stuff. We don't even realize what we're walking through. And then our carpets wipe the bottom of our shoes off. Those contaminants dry up. And then the contaminants that were already there, from the fire retardants to the petrochemicals that the carpets were made out of, those dry up and deteriorate as well. And then we vacuum them up, and then we concentrate them into a container. And then with a dry filter vacuum, you're literally filtering your family's precious breathing air through that contaminated container full of filth. And then it's blowing a large percentage of those particles out into the air for you to breathe. Those contaminants really can adversely affect our health and our performance and our sense of well-being. They're a serious problem, breathing those contaminants, and dry filter vacuums can be one of the worst polluters of the air inside your home. I'm going to show you now actually how dry filter vacuums work as far as the filters plugging up. This is going to be a miniature version of a dry vacuum. That's going to represent the filter. And whenever you have a filter, you're going to have particles that blow out into the air. So this second one is going to show us the particles that blow out into the air. So we have a new clean filter. And when you have a new clean filter, you have lots of power, okay? So your vacuum has a lot of power when you start off with a new filter, and I'm going to clean this rug, just an ordinary carpet. I haven't dumped any dirt in it or anything like that. And after a little bit of cleaning, you'll hear the motor starting to rev up. And the reason that's happening is the filter starting to plug. And let's see what happened to the power. It's almost gone. Now, why did it lose power? Let's take a look here. Look at that. The filter plugged. Now that filter plugged in about 10 seconds. A typical vacuum filter is quite a bit bigger, so it'll plug in about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you're really only cleaning the surface. And what's interesting is I've been in homes, all sorts of different homes, high-end homes, people with $1,800 Kirby's, people with $900 Electroluxes or $200 Walmart vacuums. Doesn't matter what kind of vacuum they have. If they had a dry filter vacuum, this is what I found in their home. This is what I found in Ben's home. He does an excellent job cleaning as far as effort, but he didn't have the right tool. This is what I find in people's homes that have dry filter vacuums, because the filters plug up and they leave the dirt behind. Not only do they leave the dirt behind, but look at the contaminants that they blow out into the air. That's what's literally blowing out into the air and staying in the air for up to 8 hours after you've cleaned your home. You're breathing those contaminants for 8 hours. It's frustrating because they leave the dirt behind and they recontaminate the air in our home. There is a better way, using water as a filter. I'm going to put this second cloth in the exhaust here that I moistened down. This will trap any dust that blows out the back. We'll check the power here when we start off. And this has a very large motor, so it has a lot of power to start with. So you can see it picks up really well. I'm going to do some cleaning here, and the thing about with the water is it doesn't plug up. It doesn't have holes, so we don't lose our power. So you can clean your house, your neighbor's house, the outhouse, the White House, the dog house, and it never loses its power. By not losing its power, it gets a lot more of the dirt out of the rug and the floors and the furniture. In fact, Connecticut Medical Association did a study on homes that use these water machines, and they found they had 20% of the dirt as a home that used a dry filter vacuum. So you can literally get your home 5 times cleaner using one of these. And what that's going to mean to you is that's 5 times less dirt and contaminants and toxins and fire retardants that you're breathing for 10, 12, 15 hours a day. So it makes a really big difference in getting the dirt out, and equally as important, it is not blowing anything into the air. All you breathe when you use this machine is clean, fresh, water-washed air. And knowing that you have to clean for the rest of your life, most people would rather use water than a dry filter machine. And you think about it, we use water to clean anything. We wash our cars, we wash our dishes, we take a shower, we use water to clean. And then we use dry filter methods to clean our homes, and we wonder why they're not clean. Because you need to use water to clean. So I highly recommend that you try one of these out. Ben tried one and ended up keeping it, and him and Jessa absolutely love their machine. It does have all the tools that you'll need to clean your home. It has a set of wheels that it goes on, so it'll roll around nicely. It has a power nozzle vacuum attachment that quickly disconnects, and then you can use your hard floor tool with it. So instead of using a broom or a dust mop where you stir up a lot of dust, this will actually suck it all right up very quickly and conveniently. And then it has a full set of tools, hooks on the front here, standard tools for cleaning your upholstery, dusting, or edge cleaning. But the reason all of our tools work so well is the water. Because water doesn't plug up, and so it doesn't lose its power, and it doesn't recontaminate the air. There are several other accessories that you can get with it. One that Ben's wife Jessa really loved was the shampooer that hooks right in here. You just plug it right in there, and you squirt the water out on the carpet, furniture, upholstery, wherever the stain is, and it'll quickly get that stain right out and suck it right into the water. It's quick and it's convenient. And then we do have a mop tool. So instead of using a bucket of water where the water gets dirty, or a sink where the water gets dirty and you're spreading the dirty water around the floor, You can put water in our squeegee and it squirts the water out on the floor and then it sucks it right back up into the water. This is a really amazing machine. I highly recommend that you try one out.